As need to, I need to. I've been practicing this in my head for weeks. Every version ends the same. I tell myself I'll find the right words, but there's no right way to say your name when it's followed by goodbye. I keep waiting for the perfect moment, but perfect never comes around. So I'm saying this now, before I lose my nerve, before the silence becomes the only sound between us. I need to tell you something, and I don't know how to start. I need to tell you something that's been tearing me apart. I need to tell you something before it's too late, before we keep pretending that we're okay. Yeah. You've been asking if I'm distant, and I've been lying through my teeth, saying work is overwhelming, when the truth is I can't breathe. When you look at me like nothing's wrong, I'm not who you think I am anymore. Or maybe I never was. I'm tired of performing, tired of hiding, because I'm scared of what comes next. I need to tell you something, and I don't know how to start. I need to tell you something that's been tearing me apart. I need to tell you something before it's too late, before we keep pretending that we're okay. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I should have said this sooner. I'm sorry, but I can't keep keeping this from you. I need to tell you something, and you're not gonna wanna hear. I need to tell you something I've been avoiding for a year. I need to tell you something, so here it is. I don't think this is working. I don't think it ever did. Oh, oh. Say something, please.
You think this is news to me, like I haven't felt you pulling away. I've watched you rehearse this conversation for months now, every single day, in the way you don't look at me anymore. You think you're being merciful, finally telling me the truth, but I've been living in a this ending while you were gathering proof that you're not happy here. I already know. You don't have to explain. I already know. I've been feeling the same. I already know. You think you're setting me free, but I already know. You're just catching up to me. I saw it in December when you stopped trying. I heard it when my name became a chore. I felt it every time you chose your phone over asking how my day was anymore. I'm not surprised gear now. I already know, you don't have to explain. I already know, I've been feeling the same. I already know, you think you're setting me free, but I already know, you're just catching up to me. Don't make yourself the hero of this story. I've been craving what we had while you were still pretending glory was something we could salvage. I already know, I've known for so long. I already know, we've both been holding on. I already know, this should have ended months ago. So you just sat there, watching me drown. Well, you already built yourself a boat. You let me think we still had a chance. While you were writing the closing note, and I'm supposed to be okay with that. You talk about transparency, about honesty and truth, but you've been lying by omission, wasting months of both our youth, playing some role. Then why did you say anything? If you knew, why'd you let me stay? Why did you say anything? Instead of watching me decay, you're acting like you're so evolved, like you're ahead while I'm behind. But why did you say anything? You're just as guilty or just as blind. You think you get to be the patient one, the understanding mature adult, well, I'm the mess who couldn't see. But this dishonesty's your fault as much as mine. Don't make me the villain here when you were playing pretend to, letting me believe in something that you already called fail months ago, apparently. Why did you say anything? If you knew, why'd you let me stay? Why did you say anything? Instead of watching me decay, you're acting like you're so evolved, like you're ahead while I'm behind. But why did you say anything? You're just as guilty or just as blind. I could have left, I could have fixed this, I could have done something if you'd just been honest, but you took that choice away. You let me love a ghost, and now you want credit for the silence that hurt most. Why didn't you say anything? You watched me try while you were done. Why didn't you say anything? You think you're better, you're not the one who gets to walk away clean here, who gets to claim the higher ground.
Because part of me believed that maybe I was sabotaging something good, that maybe my doubts were just fear talking, that if I gave it time I could fall back in love with you. I kept waiting for the feeling to return, for that spark to reignite somehow. I stayed silent because saying it out loud would make it real, and I didn't know how to accept that we were done. Because I was hoping I was wrong, that this feeling was temporary. Cause I was hoping right would be wrong, that love could be ordinary and still be enough. I was hoping I was wrong about needing to leave, cause I was hoping I was wrong, so I stayed. And I believe told you the moment that I knew, but knowing and admitting are different things, and I was terrified of hurting you more than I already had. I thought maybe if I tried harder, if I faked it till it came back true, that I could will myself to feel again what I felt when this was new. But you can't force what's gone, because I was hoping I was wrong, that this feeling was temporary, because I was hoping I was wrong, that love could be ordinary and still be enough. Hoping I was wrong, so I stayed, and I deceived. I'm sorry, I know that doesn't fix this. I'm sorry for wasting your time with my cowardice. I was hoping I was wrong, but hope isn't honesty, and now we're both paying for my inability to just let us be over when it was over. Because I was hoping I was wrong, could learn to stay, cause I was hoping I was wrong. The feelings don't decay, but they do, and I did. And I hurt you by trying, because I was hoping I was wrong. But hoping is just lying. I should have said something. I changed my schedule around yours. Learned to like your friends. Went to every family dinner. Played pretend again and again that I was comfortable in your world. I stopped seeing people we didn't like, compromised on every plan, swallowed my needs to meet yours, became less of who I am to fit. You wanted. I tried to make this work. I bent until I broke. I tried to make this work. I sacrificed and choked on everything I gave up to keep us afloat. I tried to make this work while you'd already wrote the ending. I stayed up through your panic attacks, drove hours when you called, defended you to everyone, caught you every time you'd fall. And I never asked for the same. I learned your language, read your books, watched shows I didn't care about, changed myself into something malleable, erased my edges, swallowed down. And you were already gone. I tried to make this work. I bent until I broke. I tried to make this work. I sacrificed and choked on everything I gave up to keep us afloat. I tried to make this work while you'd already wrote the ending. The ending. The ending. The ending. I canceled plans, moved cities, changed careers, lost friendships, ignored red flags, forgave lies, made excuses,
to make yourself the victim, turning my love into some calculated crime. I gave you everything because I wanted to, and now you're telling me I was manipulative this whole time. That's not what this was. You asked for commitment, I gave you commitment. You wanted effort, I showed up every day. Now you're calling it codependency, like my love was some disease to diagnose away instead of something real. That's not fair. You can't change what it meant. That's not fair. Every moment we spend. That's not fair. Rewriting every gesture as control. That's not fair. You're revising my role into something I'm keeping score. I was trying to be someone worth calling wife or husband or partner or whatever. You say I lost myself, but maybe I just grew. Maybe I evolved into someone who put us first. And you're calling that weakness when really you just can't handle that I immersed myself in loving you. That's not fair. You can't change what it meant. That's not fair. Every moment we spend. That's not fair. Rewriting every gesture as control. That's not fair. You're revising my role into something I'm not. I didn't manipulate you, I loved you the best way I knew how. And maybe it was flawed, maybe I did lose myself, but that doesn't make it what you're calling it now. Don't take my pain and turn it into something ugly. pathologize your love, but it's also not fair for you to act like your intentions are enough.
erase the damage done. I believe you meant well. I believe you thought this was devotion, but impact matters more than meaning, and your love felt like erosion. Whether you meant it to or not, neither is this conversation where we're both right. Neither is this us fighting over who gets to claim the light, or the darkness, or the blame. Neither is this working. We're just explaining the same pain. Remembering a relationship I don't understand. We live different versions. I'm not saying you're toxic, I'm saying we became toxic together. You're not saying I'm cruel, I'm saying the timing was wrong. We were never ready for what we tried to be. Neither is this conversation where we're both right. Neither is this us fighting over who gets to claim the light, or the darkness, or the blame. Neither is this working. We're just explaining the same pain. We can argue semantics forever. Call it love, call it codependency, call it sacrifice, call it control, but the truth is simpler than any identity we assign to our dysfunction. We weren't right for each other, and we both knew it before we admitted it. And now we're standing here dissecting who was more wrong, who was more complicit. But does it matter? Neither is this autopsy of what we were. Neither is these accusations. We prefer just admitting we failed each other equally. Neither is this honest, it's just competing misery. Neither is neither is neither is You're probably right about everything. I probably did hold on too tight. Made you responsible for my happiness. Convinced myself that was alright if it meant we stayed together. I don't know who I am without this, without us, without you to define me. I built my entire life around the idea that if I loved hard enough, you'd find me. We're staying for, but I don't know how to let go. I don't know who I'll be. I don't know how to let go when you're all I can see. When I close my eyes, I don't know how to let go, even though I know I should. I don't know how to let go, even if I could. I'm scared of the empty apartment, the silence, the space, the time. I'm scared I'll realize you were right, that I don't have a self that's mine. Separate from loving you, maybe I did use you as an escape from figuring out my own life. Maybe every sacrifice was just avoiding the work of being alright on my own. But I don't know how to let go. I don't know who I'll be. I don't know how to let go when you're all I can see. When I close my eyes, I don't know how to let go, even though I know I should. I don't know how to let go, even if I could. Teach me, how did you do it? How did you already mourn this while I'm still pretending there's something to save? How do you walk away from someone you promised forever? How do you just decide you're done? I don't know how to let go, and that terrifies me. I don't know how to let go. I don't know how to be anything but yours. I don't know how to let go, so I'm asking you to push. I don't know how to let go, but you do. So please, just go, because I can't. You just didn't notice. I've been a ghost in this house, going through the motions. Oh, my heart moved out. I grieved us in silence while you were still believing. I said goodbye 100 times in my head before this evening came around. I already did let go, moved on, said goodbye. Already did, mourned us while you were still trying. Already did what you're asking me to do. Already did, I'm just waiting now for you. that sounds cruel, like I left you behind, but you can't push me away from somewhere I'm not confined to this anymore. I don't live here emotionally, even if my body stays. I've been planning my exit for months, for weeks, for days, and I'm sorry. I already did let go, moved on, said goodbye. Already did, mourned us while you still try. Already did what you're asking me to do. Already did, I'm just waiting out for you. Let go, moved on, said goodbye. Already did, mourned us while you still try. Already did what you're asking me to do. Already did, you're asking me to push you, but there's nothing left to push from. You're asking me to end this, but I already ended it. I'm done, I've been done. I can't give you closure, I can't be your catalyst. I can't be the villain you need to make this make sense to exist in your narrative. I already did everything you're asking for. I already did. Walk away, close the door. Already did. I already did. Leave, disappear, move through. I already did. Now I'm just watching you. I'm already gone. Can't you tell? I'm already gone. Can't you tell? When did we? Was it November when you stopped calling back? Or earlier in summer when your eyes went cold? Was it that fight about nothing in particular? Or had you already let go? Before I even noticed, I keep rewinding conversations, looking for the moment everything changed. But I can't find it, can't place it, can't pinpoint when we became this strange from each other. When did we become strangers? Was it sudden or slow? When did we become strangers? I need to know. I need to know. When did I lose you? When did you decide? When did we become strangers, sleeping side by side? Was it the morning you stopped saying I love you? Or when I love you too became routine? Was it when we stopped fighting altogether? Because fighting meant we still believed in something worth defending. I thought we were just going through a phase that couples go through, that we come back around. But you were already planning your escape, while I was still thinking we were solid ground to build on. When did we become strangers? Was it sudden or slow? When did we become strangers?
exact moment when you stopped seeing me and started seeing an opponent. Tell me when you stopped believing that this was worth the fight. Tell me when I became someone you couldn't wait to leave. When did the future die? When did we? When did we become strangers? I'm begging you to say, when did we become strangers? What fucking day? When did I lose you? How did I not see? When did we become strangers? When did you stop knowing me? Please, I need to know so I can go back and fix it. When there was no single moment, no day I can point to and say that's when. Because the truth is harder than that. The truth is we've always been strangers playing pretend. We met and saw what we wanted to see, not who the other person was. We built a relationship on projection, called it love because we didn't know the difference. We've always been strangers from the very first night. We've always been strangers, just two people trying to make wrong feel right. We never really knew each other. We knew the versions we made up. We've always been strangers, we just called it love. You're asking when I stopped knowing you, but I'm not sure I've ever did. I knew the person I wanted you to be. I knew the version you hid behind when we started. And you didn't know me either. You knew someone easier to love, someone less complicated, less broken, someone closer to what you dreamed of than who I actually am. We've always been strangers from the very first night. We've always been strangers, just two people trying to make wrong feel right. We never really knew each other. We knew the versions we made up. We've always been strangers, we just called it love. It's not your fault, it's not mine. It's just what happens when two people try to force compatibility, try to make themselves equal to an idea instead of a person. So there's no moment to go back to, no point where you could fix this, because we were never what we thought we were. We were never solid ground, just two fists grasping at smoke. We've always been strangers, maybe that's okay. We've always been strangers.